Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Mike Hines here, Wildlife Outdoor Survival. Just want to show y'all kind of what I'm into now, y'all. Which y'all know, I'm trying to get on this show alone. Last few videos I mentioned that, kind of brought it up several times. I'm just gonna tell y'all, it's winter time here. Here in Kentucky. You know, we always talk about survival and resources and stuff like that. Well, y'all, being winter time, a lot of our plant sources and stuff are gone. But I got out today kind of doing a little foraging, and I want to show y'all what I come up with. Even though it's winter, there are still some things out there that we can harvest and, you know, use to benefit us in a survival situation. I've been out today messing around, y'all. Let's see here. Here's one of the things I found. Which, y'all, this was a chicory plant back in the summer. Not a lot of benefits there. Of course, when this is green, this is in the dandelion family. The leaves kind of similar to dandelion. You can actually eat this stuff, but what we're interested today, y'all, the root. You can take the root off of this stuff. And actually, I've got my little Leatherman tool with me today. This is what I've been using to dig up these roots and stuff like that. Everything I've been using. And that's pretty much all I brought with me today, y'all, other than a couple cans. Hey, the water's boiling. Alright, we're going to set that over here and let it cool a little bit. Let's set it up here. I showed y'all how I keep those vegetable cans. That's what I kind of pack with me. The reason I do that, y'all, because I take 2 or 3 different sizes. I put them in one inside the smaller one, inside the larger one, and takes up the space of 1 can. But anyway, y'all, you can actually take this chicory. The plant, the green leaves are edible. Right now, though, like I said, not a lot of green. But you can take this root, shave it down like that, chop this up small, dry it out, kind of roast it over fire, and you can take hot water, add to this, and kind of get the same benefits of coffee, y'all. A little caffeine boost. I don't think it's really caffeine, but it'll give you a little boost, pick you up a little bit. Alright, that's one thing I found. Another thing I found, of course, one of my favorites, dandelion. And y'all, you can see there, that's not dandelion. There we go. You can see how the frost has kind of killed some of the edge of the leaves and turned it a different color. Of course, the root of this is still edible. Now, y'all, most of this stuff, like the greens of this, during the winter time, I'm not going to say that you would get much benefit out of it other than feeling full, but actually the green is edible. Dandelion, the thing about dandelion, everything this plant produces is 100% edible. From the root, the leaves, the bloom. Of course, you don't want to eat the little puff balls like we played with when we was kids, but right now, y'all, that's really bitter. The best time to get these is early in the year, spring, early summer. As they get more mature, they get tougher, get a little bitter taste to them. But this root, you can actually dry. The leaves you can dry and make tea out of it. Or we could take this root, mix with our chicory, and have a blended coffee. Y'all, just so you know, the root of dandelion is almost like between a potato and a radish. Got that kind of hot flavor to it. But y'all, if this is all I had, I'd definitely try it. I'd definitely eat it. Alright, another thing we found. A little bit confusing about some of this stuff. A lot of people call these wild onion. But what it really is, y'all, is more or less a field garlic. I think that's what they call it, the name of it, field garlic. Which it looks just like a green onion. You can actually use the tops of these when they're young, hadn't been frosted on, almost like chives, or as a seasoning. You can use the root. It tastes kind of kind of in between garlic and onion. Really good flavor, y'all. If I was out somewhere surviving, was to catch me a fish, I'd take these and kind of poke them down into the fish while I cooked it, give it a little flavor. Really good edible plant, y'all. Not bad at all. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Now these little things are kind of new to me. These are called rose hips. And what this is, y'all, is after the rose, the bloom, the little leaves fall off the bloom, the petals fall off, and the season change, this is what you get right at the base of where the bloom was. Now y'all, these are edible when they're bright and red. Like I said, these have been frosted on, they're kind of soft. I don't think I'm going to eat that because I'm not sure if you actually still can or not. But I know when they're red, early fall, which, y'all, it's December, January here in Kentucky, and like I said, we just got over snow, ice, several frosts, everything's pretty much dead above ground. But otherwise, I'd eat this. Another little thing I found, y'all, these little blue things here are juniper berries. They grow on cedar tree, juniper tree, and you can't eat an excess of these. Honestly, they recommend, I've actually observed other survival people and heard them talk about this stuff, and you can actually eat one of these a day, and it will kind of keep your immune system built up, kind of like a vitamin C. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I found black walnuts. But y'all, they still got the husk on them, and if you get down in this, everybody knows about walnuts. You can almost use that for a dye. It will stain you, stain your clothes, stain your fingers. But survival situation, who cares, right? But I think it's a little late in season for these. I'm just trying to show you some of the things here native to Kentucky that we can just go out and pretty much eat, find in your backyard, field next to your house, just about anywhere. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is still good. We're going to try to find out if we can get into it. But black walnuts are definitely edible. Like I said, this time of year, I think they're probably pretty much moist, rotten inside. Not going to do much good getting that anyway. Let's see what else we got, y'all. Okay. Most of y'all probably know what this is. Let me check my other camera here. Oh yeah. Most of y'all probably know what this is. This is a yucca plant. And y'all, there's several uses from yucca. I want to show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see or not, but even the leaves are really fibrous. And one of the things you could do with that is you get it kind of broke up here. The leaves really make great cordage. You can get this stuff down to where you could braid a fishing line. Look, y'all. This stuff is fibrous as can be. That's all it is, just a bunch of little fibers making up this leaf. Y'all can see each little strand right there is a single strand. And that would be great for making fishing line. If you had to, you could use it for sutures, for stitches, just about anything you need cordage for. Actually, you could take and braid this stuff around. Pretty much right there is about the size you'd want for a fishing line. And y'all, you talk about tough. It'd take a pretty good tug to break that. Pretty tough little fibers. Okay. Like my Leatherman tool over here. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the root of this yucca plant. You could actually, this root has a chemical in it called, I think it's called saponin, and you can actually chop this up. We could add it to our water and stir it, and it kind of makes like a soapy residue in the water. And the soap that it would make would be, you could wash yourself with it. It's completely safe. You could wash your dishes with it. You could wash your clothes with it. Just about anything you need to wash, you could make a soap out of this to wash with. Now, it's not going to be like a bar soap, but it will be like soapy water. I may replant that yucca plant. And another thing I want to show y'all, that's about all the plants that I gathered up today, y'all. But another little thing I want to show y'all I know what these are just because my grandma used to raise them, y'all. I found this growing in an old fence row down here. I think there was an old homestead there years ago. And, you know, out here, survival situation, most time, a lot of people don't carry stuff with them. A lot of times when you're in a survival situation, the reason you have to survive is because you're not prepared. And the reason you're not prepared is because you're not expected to be in a survival situation. Most of your survival situations are an accident, people get lost, vehicles break down, certain parts of the country, no way to get the help, so you just have to pretty much do the best you can. But what I'm gonna do, y'all, now this little Leatherman tool I got, this is not actually a Leatherman, it's just like a cheaper version of it, but it doesn't actually have a saw, but it has a file. And I'm gonna try to use the edge of my file to see if I can't cut down in this thing. And I'm gonna try to make a container to carry water in if I don't break it. You gotta be kind of, these things, I mean, it's hard, dried out, but it's still kind of fragile. Could break real easy. Not a big loss if we do break it, but if we do, we're not gonna be able to make a, look at there, that works out great. As y'all can see, you can see down inside there, where it's dried, it had seeds, stuff like that in it. So what I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to take a stick and just kind of poke around down in there. And one reason I cut it like I did, because I want to take this where I can actually seal it off again. I'm going to put that back in it like a top. And I'll probably make me some cordage where I can hang this off of me, pack it easily. But I just thought that'd be kind of a neat thing to show you. We could make our own water bottle out of that. And just to prove that it works, huh, how about that? Let's see what it tastes like, y'all. I know these things aren't poisonous. Like I said, my grandmother used to raise them when I was a kid. I should have got more of the inside out, but hey, y'all, it's water. I'm gonna save that. But you know, y'all, like I said, I just kind of trying to show you what I was into today. I was out here messing around. I've just gotten into this foraging and edible plants and stuff the last few years, or about the last year. Fire trying to die down on me, y'all. Let me throw a little bit of wood on here. Well, you know, y'all, I know y'all hear me talking, and you know, I know I've done a lot more talking in the last couple of videos than I have really done a lot of survival stuff. Built this shelter. I'm trying to do some of this stuff, y'all, and trying to tell y'all my opinion. And like I said, anything I do or say is my opinion only. And like I've told y'all before, I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert. I know quite a bit about this kind of stuff, survival situation. Like I said, put a little time in the military. Boy Scouts, grew up here in Kentucky on a farm. Now I've learned more about a lot of these edible plants, you know, and there are a lot more edible plants here. When we was kids, we'd get out and get poke plants, wild asparagus, blackberries, just endless number of things. But just like everything, there's a season for them. It comes in and out of season, and you know, all this stuff is not a bad thing to know, y'all. Like I said, you never know what the situation may be. You know, like I tell you all the time, I consider survival, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I think it's a way of thinking, y'all. I think it's being able to figure things out. kind of like deductive reasoning, I guess you call it. But you know, a lot of it is, most of the time when you have to use any survival skills, it's because you're in a bad situation. I'm gonna turn this other camera off, y'all. And, you know, I know y'all have heard me talk about, especially the last 2 or 3 videos, motivation and determination. Well, y'all, I'm just gonna tell you, in my opinion only, I think motivation, determination, and concentration are the 3 key things. Motivation, let's say you're in a survival situation. Your motivation would be what's pushing you to want to be out of that situation. What's driving you? Your dedication would be how hard are you willing to work to get out of that situation. And your concentration will be your ability to think, figure things out. You know, I call it thinking on your feet. But, you know, if you apply all 3 of these things, it can make a bad situation a whole lot better, y'all. I'm not going to say it will get you out of that situation. The main thing in survival, if you're having to use survival skills, is to remove yourself from that situation. Of course, on this show alone, you're not trying to remove yourself, you're trying to survive. You're trying to live off the land. To me, that is more of a homestead situation where you go out there by choice. You figure out what your resources around you, what you can and can't do, and you use them to better your life. Well, in a survival situation, the main thing most of the time, if you're stranded somewhere, if you're lost somewhere, is to try to find a way out. And that's what I mean by remove yourself from the situation. And, you know, I'm thinking about having some t-shirts made up, Way of Life Outdoor Survival. And when I do, I'm probably going to do a little contest on YouTube. And people that reply, I'll probably send them a shirt. Be Way of Life Outdoors and Survival on the front. And probably on the back will be the 3 key things that I consider: motivation, dedication, and concentration. But look, y'all, I just want to kind of show you what I was into today. I'm trying to put a video on every week if I can. Y'all seen last week we built a survival shelter. The week before that, we were going to purify water, but we couldn't find water because everything was froze, so we turned snow into water. And before that, I did a fire starting video, just to kind of, you know, I'm trying to widen my field on some of these things, y'all. And as soon as it gets a little warmer and things change around here, you know, right now the government, a lot of things are kind of going on, you know, and like I was telling y'all about Land Between the Lakes. They had it shut down, no public offices open down there, no government offices open. I'm not sure, I'm going to have to check into it, see if you can still go or not. I'm sure you can still go and use the land and stuff because it's public land, but I'm going to do some checking. But probably this spring I'm going to go down and spend a few days, just be dropped off, survival situation, try to record the whole thing, get footage of the whole thing. And I can't wait to do something like that, y'all, because it's been a while since I've been out doing that kind of stuff, but really looking forward to it. But, you know, like I said, y'all, I just want to share my journey and what I'm learning with y'all. I'm trying to get on this show. I'm trying to do the best I can, y'all. You know, y'all don't know how much $500,000, which that's a grand prize for the show, $500,000 would change mine and my wife's life. And that's the whole reason I'm trying to do this. A lot of it is, of course, like you've heard me say, the challenge of it, to prove to myself that I can, which I know I can. I can survive in just about any situation. That's 100% how I feel. I don't, like I said, I don't consider myself an expert in survival, but I think I know enough and have the ability to learn on my feet to where I could survive just about any situation I'm put in. You know, I want to better me and my life, me and my wife, our life. I want to do something for our kids. That's what I would do if I won this money, y'all. I would give so much of my kids some money. Every one of my kids would get something. Me and my wife, we would pay off everything we owe, maybe buy another little property, start us a homestead, and y'all, we would just live the rest of our lives the best we could in peace, y'all. And that's the main thing that I'm after, is to better me and mine, y'all. And like I said, motivation, dedication, concentration, can move you from a bad situation to a better situation, y'all. That's kind of 3 key things, in my opinion, that are really important. Is not the what you have with you, but what you carry with you all the time. And I just want to tell y'all, I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe to our videos, and we'll see y'all next time.